We just pulled in.
All right.
So crazy.
I like the goggles, bro.
Hey, Ben, how are you?
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. This is my brother Nick that I was telling you about. $10 million in ad spend in the last few years?
Last few years, man.
I mean, crazy. So I'm pulling Nick in. We're gonna go set up the account for Trent, walk him through it. Dude, his mind's gotta be spinning because we're coming so fast at him. And I'm like, tonight I want you calling leads. Tomorrow we're gonna start booking jobs. Like we got 30 days to get him $8,000. Can we do it?
We can do it, man.
How certain are you that we can do this?
Well, maybe $8,000's a little small.
Yeah,
Maybe go a little bigger.
That's right, man. We're gonna freaking tear
Let's
it
do
up and
this.
crush it. Does that make sense? So we've got endless opportunities here. All right, so I brought my brother Nick into this before I actually presented this to you. And what I basically did is I said, Nick is a genius at finding home-based projects that other people don't know how to do online marketing for. And we know that because we get stupid cheap leads. Like sometimes leads are $1.50, sometimes they're $5, sometimes they're $10. Sometimes like products that will make you a lot of money are like $20. So they're super cheap, they're super inexpensive. And what Nick knows how to do is basically create the leads, and we're gonna share the specific language for you. Nick is actually gonna set them up. Literally, we're gonna run it, we're gonna get you set up, and these leads are gonna start dropping to you like instantly. And then we're gonna talk about what you actually do with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
So, Nick, I've been telling our viewers here on YouTube just a little bit about the fact that there's painting garage doors or painting houses. Yep. There's doing yard work. You were just telling about roofing leads.
Roofing leads.
What is a roofing lead?
A roofing lead is someone who just needs a brand new roof. As simple as that.
And by the way, do you think roofers are online internet geniuses that are producing online roofing leads? Are you freaking kidding me? There's no way. By the way, when did you start testing roofing leads?
Last night.
So since last night,
yeah.
So you put language together, you put an image together, and so far, how many leads have you generated?
Well, today alone, I got 3.
3 leads, and what did you pay on average for each one of them?
Well, I can see here, since yesterday, $2.86 per lead, got 3 leads. I spent $8.58.
$8.58 to get 3 leads for someone that says, oh my gosh, click the link, honey, we have a bad roof when we need a roof. So there's all sorts of things here. There's epoxying your garage. There's, like, what other jobs are there? Refinishing cabinets.
We got countertop refinishing, doing epoxy on countertops. I just launched a new one, rock retaining walls. You just did that in your backyard, I heard, so I figured why not give it a go. Tile refinishing, dog training, rock climbing, bouldering walls in the basement. I mean, we can get pretty creative. Decks, garage doors.
This is what is so brilliant about this. Think about this for just a moment. This is a space where no one is looking. Construction is ready for so much disruption, Trent. There's literally so many projects, but people don't know how to market to them. My brother Nick discovered this last year when he was actually epoxying his garage, and he did it himself, and then as an online internet marketer got curious and said, you know what online internet marketer in the world would ever think of actually generating a lead for a local, geographical, home-based project? And dude, you found out that you could generate leads for epoxy last fall at what price?
Dollars,
right? And so you started doing deals. And I remember when you told me, she's like, Kris, dude, I'm lining up more than $10,000 a week in projects with a 50% margin, and it's all turnkey. Someone gets the leads, someone sells them, someone calls them. So ultimately what this looks like for you is we teach you how to turn on the leads. Ultimately, you train someone else eventually how to go out there, give an estimate, and win work, and then someone else to do the fulfillment. Ultimately, there's a manager that runs it and you're hands off. For the next 30 days, there's no manager. That's you. For the next 30 days, there's no appointment setter. That's you. For the next 30 days, you're the man, and that's why we call this hustling. So this is literally about getting your hustle on, but it's super simple stuff. These people are saying, call me, give me a bid, give me a project. And as long as we nail the right pricing that leaves you with that 50% margin, boom, we're just gonna start taking down projects. And then you're gonna say yes and be like, I've got to find someone to do the work. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nick, I want you to dive in. Let's break down how this whole lead thing actually works. Do you like getting caught in the rain? I do, except when I'm having a freaking business meeting with a freaking laptop. All right, check it out. This is what we're doing right now. I'm actually going to show you the screen where my brother Nick makes all of this money because I want to help you as much as possible. And Nick, what I want you to do is like take us to one of the projects. Like I was telling Trent about deck building. Can we go there?
Yeah, let's go deck building. Okay, so I got the actual ad pulled up here.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is a Facebook ad.
This is a newsfeed specific ad, and it's called a Facebook lead ad. And so basically I have some compelling text, you know.
Hey Utah, looking for an amazing way to spend time outside for your family. I'm the owner of Apex Service and Pros. I'm giving away $500 vouchers for a new outdoor deck. To get your free voucher, simply click this ad and enter your name, email, and phone, and I'll send it right over. This is the limited time offer for this month. Only 20 passes available. First come, first serve, claim yours now. And then look at the image. So the image is really important.
The image is critical because they see the image before they see the text.
Yeah, you guys, you need to understand this. Trent, you do not, nor do you need to become a genius in online marketing. You don't have to figure out how to write ads. This is not how to select images. This is literally all done. And Nick, once you have an ad that is proven and that works, you can just use it again and again and again, right?
That's right. So lead generation is significantly easier to manage than like an e-commerce store or anything like that, where you constantly have to recreate ads. This one is
once
when
it
you
works,
get
it
it
works.
Is just set and forget.
Now, how do we know it works? Like, show us the screen, because I want to see the leads that Trent gets immediate access to.
Okay, so take a look at this. You can see here. I tested a couple different pictures with kids, of course.
But your best one is the one that you just showed us.
It's one of the best ones, absolutely. So $4.42. We got 8 leads that came through. We used that one a couple other times. Sometimes more volume is better than cost per lead. So, I mean, we got 29 leads that came through specifically on this specific ad. These are different targeting to different locations. You can see here on the right.
One is Utah County, one is Salt Lake County.
Salt Lake County.
So dude, check it out. So basically, you're saying that for $6.50...
$6.37 on average for 89 leads.
For 89 leads. So by the way, when I say endless leads, here's what I mean. Okay. Trent, I want you to get this. 89 leads that are saying, I want a deck. How long would it take you to work 89 leads?
It'd probably take me a few days to work 89 leads.
But if we also had 100 leads for roof, if I also had like 300 leads for paint, if I had 12 leads for that, like you personally would never get to all of it. But if you could, you wouldn't be making 8,000 in 30 days. You'd be making 80,000 in 30 days. You'd be making 800,000. Like there's way too many leads that you can work.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So we've got endless opportunities here.
And what else is kind of sexy is we spent less than $600, okay? Knowing you, Trent, I think you probably could close more than 1 out of 89, right?
I would hope so.
A $600 cost per acquisition is not too bad considering it's a $8,000 project. And so hopefully you would close 5.
Well, and right now, the way I look at it is the goal is always to close 1 in 5 leads. Sure. Maybe if something is off or not going so well, it's more like 1 in 10. Mm-hmm. And sometimes when all the stars line up, it's like 1 in 3. Part of it just comes down to your hustle. So what you're going to have to do is Nick is going to basically set up your account, flip the switch, turn these on, and you're now getting all these leads. By the way, all of the ads are written. They're all proven. All of the images, you don't have to learn any of that. Here's what you do have to do. You know, a lead came in for roofing, like probably what? How long ago did that last lead hit for roofing?
18 minutes ago.
18 minutes ago that ad hits, and when it hits, this is what you need to do within minutes. Call them up and say, hey, I'm calling about the roof, and I have some questions for you. This is the part where you have to make crap up a little bit. That's what hustling means while you're learning. Because let me ask you, have you ever roofed before?
Outside of my chicken coop? No.
Outside of your chicken coop? You've never roofed before. So by the way, you're going to have to quickly like Google, call up a couple roofing companies and figure some stuff out, because here's the big mistake you can make. You could offer a roof for less money than you should.
Correct.
So what you would want to probably, I'm making this up now, watch how hustling actually looks. I call them up and I'm like, wow, tell me how big your roof is. Tell me the dimensions. I might drive out there and actually figure that out. Find out, gauge their motivation and say, wow, how bad do you need a roof? How many layers to the roof are there? How much do you think that needs to be repaired versus actually done? And if you find someone that says, oh yeah, we've been needing to do it for a long time, but a storm just came through and we patched it so many times, and we saw your ad about getting a $500 discount. Can you come out and give us a bid? And you're like, great, let's set up a date and time. Your hustle means getting in the car, but in the meantime, here's what you got to figure out. For that size of roof, to give them a bid, you've got to figure out what someone else would charge.
Correct.
Then you'd have to figure out what you'd have to pay someone to do it for good quality work, and then make sure that you have the margin.
Right.
There's a little learning curve, but you can learn that in minutes.
Yeah.
Not days, not weeks, not months. You're basically going to get this and get on it. You that are watching the screen, you literally just saw the exact ad and exact image. You could use that ad and that image and literally just from watching this video, start producing cheap leads like that, test it in your backyard and start doing the exact same thing. You know, there's help, however, I mean, if you click the link below, there's definitely going to be hands-on help. Trent here, for example, we're not going to say, hey, go set up an account. We're actually going to help them actually do that right now. Okay, so here's what we're going to do right now. Nick and Trent are actually going to go ahead and get his ad account set up. Then I'll pop in his name, phone number, information. You guys go ahead and do that. And here's what I want you to understand about how simple this is. If you have proven ads, if you have the right language and the right images, you can basically turn the leads on in the area where you live. Once they're turned on, the second step is literally having the bold, brave, courageous action. You've just got to act. What Trent's got to do here is the leads are going to come in and he just has to literally get on the phone and start getting information, and he's going to rapidly have to figure out, what should I price something at to make sure I'm going to make good money? How do I outsource this to someone else? And how do I make the money in the middle? What he's really doing is brokering deals. He's brokering projects. It can be super lucrative. This is something that you can use to make my brother's been doing this for such a long time. Using the internet to create online leads for services and then outsourcing it is seriously one of the smartest things that you can do for developing a side hustle. All right, guys, check it out. So this is what it looks like. Your account is more or less all set up.
Yeah.
You've got leads that are starting to head your way. They're going to literally, as they come in live, they're going to start hitting you and slamming you.
We just had one 8 minutes ago.
8 minutes ago just came in.
What lead?
It was a new roof lead, $1,200 off. Came in 8 minutes ago. Trent's got to get on it, man. Got to contact that guy.
Yeah, so here's what's going to be happening, guys. In the next video, we're going to be following up with Trent. I'm going to give him a little bit of training in that video, and I'm going to show you how do you call a lead, how do you get the information that you need so that you can figure out how to outsource it, how do you price it the right way. Trent, once you're equipped with that knowledge, it's literally just a matter of making it happen, but you've got to do me one favor.
What's that?
You're not allowed to do any fulfillment. You're not allowed to paint. You're not allowed to do any of the work. Your time is only spent taking these leads, getting people to say yes to the right opportunity, broker the deal, because that's where you're going to make the most money this month. We only got 30 days to make that $8 grand.
Correct.
And personally, I'm hoping that we do quite a bit better than that.
Sure.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. No fulfillment.
No fulfillment. So check it out, guys. Join me on the next video and you're going to get all of that information. If you're watching this saying, oh my gosh, I wonder how the story's going to end. Is Trent going to make it? I don't know. We'll get to the end and find out. Maybe Trent sucks, but I actually don't think that he does because I'm awesome. I believe Trent's awesome. And if you put awesome plus awesome together, you get wicked awesome. So it's going to be great. It's going to work out good. Join me on the next video so you can get your next training on how to take this information, start applying it in your backyard, start crushing it. And if you decide you want more hand holding and more help, there's a link below for 7-Figure Hustler. We'll see you there.